motherfucker think twice.
Hello and welcome. It's your boy Marco Polo. Is Dr. Manhattan 325. Sit back, cross your feet. As always, grab yourself a little something to eat, because we about to talk a little spit. So let's jump right into it. What I have here is Charles Austin at Wayne Bruce 73. He says, damn, I can see I missed a lot in the last 24 hours. And he covering a article from Source at Real Source. Breaking. Yes, the rumors is true. Zack Snyder has been approached to do future DC movies. Yes, this is officially, honestly, this is official. And he says, honestly, don't know the intricacies, but there are conversations going on behind the scenes. I mean, Ray Charles could have seen all this coming. It is more of us that wants the return of the Snyderverse than the people that don't. Another one of my guys who I like to watch and look at, he posted, Mr. Aaron Fisher, my review. The drums are beating louder and louder by the day. At Paramount Picture, restore the Snyderverse. Here's one that I found very interesting. So if you put all this stuff together, you do your research, you can see something's going on behind the scene. This right here is Mr. Wes Ashley. Hashtag restore the Snyderverse. It says, yes, they do. Especially seeing how 40 billion came from Zack Snyder friends who already said he wanted DC to rival Marvel with big, extravagant movies. Event. I thought about it, and we're happy here. The studio may be in debt, but these guys aren't. The Tuka Alashika. I guess I pronounced that correctly this time. It says, with my friends at Dana White and the legendary director at Zack Snyder and his wife, the producer Deborah Snyder, and my dear friend Nick Kine. Surprises on the way. I mean, these guys saying this. Why would they be posting stuff like this if nothing's going on behind the scenes? Jared at Comics Legend. If true, this is the right decision. A lot of people are clamoring for this. They want to see good movies. No one wants to go to the movies to see politics. DC Nightmare at DC Nightmare. Still seems like all DC fans are getting what they want. Snyderverse will be Elseworld. However y'all want to put it. I think James Gunn DC Universe should be Elseworld because that cannot be canon. But anyway, Justice League 2 and 3 will be filmed back to back once schedules are freed up based on its success. Spin-offs will be considered and put into production. Announcements will be done to avoid confusions amongst DC storylines. All DC fans will get what they want. Here they posting a picture with James Gunn and Snyder. Now this is what I was reading on the other day when I made the post the other day, so everybody can get a clear idea of what's going on. Yes, it's come from Cosmic Book News. A lot of people don't consider Cosmic Book News to be accurate or whatever it is the case with them, but they have been right a lot of the times. You have the gun guys that want to holler fake news when it comes to Cosmic Book News. Yet they lean on Rotten Tomatoes, which is owned by Warner Brothers, partially owned. So, of course, they can have a say of what's being said, how to hype, false narratives. But everybody gonna jump on what they want to hear. But anyway, it says we are hearing more behind the scenes. This is what they said. We are hearing more behind the scenes. It ain't talking like they just got a definite or concrete facts. But these people are in connection with big time people who know what's going on. So it says we're hearing more behind the scenes chatter from WannaCon and its lineup with what has already been circulating about James Gunn and the future of DC. According to various insiders we spoke with at WannaCon, Gunn is still expected to be out at DC, and we are told that could even happen before Man of Tomorrow, which gets released in July 2027. It says we are also told something else interesting regarding Zack Snyder. According to the insiders we spoke with, Snyder did not go to them about coming back. We were told it was the other side that approached Snyder about the possible Snyderverse return. We've also been told more info about Saudi, Trump, and more. James Gunn could be out at DC before Man of Tomorrow as Snyderverse returns continue. And man, you got these guys. Like I said, you can't go on Facebook and get in your little group. You sign up for these groups and you want to post your pics, talk about your favorite scene, pick the brains of some of the people that may be interested in the things that you are interested in. And while doing so, you always got to have a troll a Snyder hater to try to disrupt or try to step on your hopes or whatever it is that you may be seeking. But I wanted to share a couple of those with you all just to show you. This right here was the Facebook group, Restore the Snyderverse Facebook group. I made this post right here, entitled "Let Them Know," because you know, like I said, first I didn't troll. I simply went on there in good faith talking about the things that I like, thinking that everybody that was in this group was on the same page. So, but yeah, I said I posted the rumor claims Zack Snyder has been contacted to take over DC from James Gunn, but is it true? Said just be patient, but while you're being patient, let them know. One guy responded, Snyder simply trying so hard to cope with the flop of the Snyderverse. Where was the flop? Where was the flop? Not one of Gunn movies or TV shows that he have produced have beaten anything of the DCEU. So where is the flop? Where is y'all getting this false narrative? Let me guess. Rotten Tomatoes? Okay. Another guy says the Snyderverse lost in such an embarrassing way against the MCU that Warner Brothers learned their lesson the hard way. The Snyderverse ain't coming back. They quick to say that. Out of all the stuff that are being circulated, they refuse to acknowledge that there might be a possibility that these folks ain't playing. I simply replied, well, you can go and watch your Marvel now and stop pretending to be a DC fan, because Zack Snyder did not approach them, they approached him. Wasn't a cuss word in there, wasn't me calling anybody a name. And as you can see, the administration blocked my reply. So who is really over these groups? Seem like to me you got Gunn guys making up these false groups to try to lure you in it to disrespect you. So I've been going ham sandwich ever since. I'd be playing all type of rap music on top of it. You know, it is what it is at this point. That's how y'all want to play it. Hey, like I told y'all, hey, I'm Memphis Tennessee. You know, I ain't trolling. Let's see what we have. Chilling mood. Supergirl has gone through 7 test screenings because of mixed reviews. Not a good sign. Supergirl ain't gonna make it, y'all. Supergirl ain't gonna make the cut. Simply because Kal-El's little cousin adores her cousin. But now y'all trying to turn her into this
Time haters.
You know, feminist. who despises her cousin, who is jealous of her cousin. Rock star. Go out and party and get drunk. It's not gonna make it. People go to the movies to get away from politics. So, you know. Trying to make everything goofy and silly. Girl boss. That's not the way. I mean, I'm a big fan of girl boss, but not to the point where you got the girl bosses overshadowing the big guns who paved the way. I think that was Adam West Batman. I remember back in the day when that first came out. I thought that show was so cheesy and corny. See, I think that's why y'all get that cheesy and silly stuff from. Y'all the people that remember that. You think the comics was like that because that TV show was so old, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, that was silly and cheesy. But I didn't really get into that until they brought in Batgirl. I thought it was so cool to have a third sidekick, and it was a chick. So, and Superman's sidekick was, of course, Supergirl, who really and rarely had a lot of tag team action. There was always Batman and Robin, but outside the comic books, I challenge you guys. If anybody that's out there in the comments, give me a number and an issue, title. I want you. Matter of fact, I want you to at least give me about 4 comic books where Superman or Clark Kent was being silly and emotional. Here we have a fan-made slate. I think this is a fan-made slate. I don't think this is an actual slate, but this is a nice slate. Yeah, you have the Man of Steel. I'm guessing indicating Man of Steel 2. Batman versus Superman again, I'm guessing. Could be the real, what do they call it? Brave and the Bold. We have the Leto Joker, another Wonder Woman, another Aquaman. Of course, we want to see Deathstroke. I think Zack Snyder and his team did a great job at how they designed and the casting they picked Joe Manganiello for Deathstroke. Cyborg movie. Oh, that should be kick-ass. That was another character that, especially when it came to Teen Titans Go, another silly, but it's cartoon. Certainly one cartoon for kids. We get it. Wasn't just against it, but and I haven't read too many Cyborg comics as well, but Zack Snyder and his team made a badass out of Cyborg, so that would be an interesting movie to see. Here they have the Flash. They have Atom, another Deathstroke, Darkseid, Superman and Brainiac. All of these under the right direction. Batman and Joker. Look like they got scot-free. Green Lantern Corps. We have a Deathstroke 2 and the real Flashpoint. You can kick the DCEU back off with the Flashpoint. And the reason I say that is because how James Gunn and Walter Hamada and them interfered with the first Flash that they put out, how they ended it. You can kick back off the DCEU with the Flash and correct everything and move forward. There's no need for a reboot. Here's something else I found. High grossing at update for DC movies of all time. Number 1, they got Aquaman. Number 2, they have The Dark Knight Rises. Number 3, Joker. Number 4, The Dark Knight. Number 5, Batman versus Superman, Dawn of Justice. And that wasn't even the Ultimate Edition. Wonder Woman, The Batman, Suicide Squad, Man of Steel, and Justice League, or should I say Justice League, at number 10. There's not a Gunn movie the first in this top 10. The numbers are here as well. You have at least 4 to 5 DCE movies in this top 10. So if Superman 2025 made so much money, because that's basically what they went off of. You can see it right there on the screen. Where is one of James Gunn's movies? I have kept forgetting about that 4th or 5th movie, or project, because not all of it was a movie. But you know, you got the Creatures Commandos, you got the Suicide Squad, you got Superman 2025, Blue Beetle. Let's see, what was that other one? I keep forgetting that 5th one. Yeah, the Suicide Squad, Creature Commandos, Superman 2025, Peacemaker. Those are all the projects that James Gunn had a hand in. None of the movies really done that well. Not enough to be in their top 10. But I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all hit that like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Share your comments. Until next time, I'm Marco Polo. This is Dr. Manhattan 325, and I'm out.